Hey, welcome back everybody. Sign here again with another Additional Creatures 2 Creature Spotlight video. And today we're going to be covering the Lucanidae. Massive, massive beetle. And in its inventory you can make, different microbial wood, which has some uses pretty much, right? So this guy, he's not very fast, right? This is the run speed. Now, they're good for basically two things. One is, obviously, harvesting wood, and we can drop this in here and it'll auto-craft any wood that it has. And you can, make this wonderful microbial wood stuff. Microbes bacteria from the Lucanidae's stomach makes the wood easier to digest. This is their food. They only really eat microbial wood. But the things they're good for, wood collection for one. And the second is, this is about the most ungodly tank you will come across. So they, before saddle and everything else, they have a 70% damage reduction. Unless you can hit them in the belly. And that's actually how you tame them. Now, attack-wise, left click is a bite. It's not terribly quick. I'm spamming it right now. This is as fast as it goes. Then right click. Okay. Let's go ahead, I guess, and how about we bring in a raptor, right? And bam. Now, you'll notice I am stuck on my back. And there we go. Takes a little while to get back up. But you saw I just did 8,000 damage to the raptor. Also, they can harvest meat and hide, which is pretty helpful whenever, you kill something like that. You notice it did 8,000 damage to that thing. So there is a bit of a weight limit to what you can grab with the suplex and destroy pretty much. If something survives it, they do get stunned as well, which is pretty handy because you're basically helpless while you're on your back, and you do lose your damage reduction while you're there. Now, to tame them, you have to basically piss one of these things off, have them suplex your creature, and then while they're on their back, you have to basically then torpor them in the stomach. Darts, arrows, what have you, right? And I would recommend using Shocking Tranks, which you should have by the time you go to tame one of these, because, well, their saddle is a level 95, and you cannot ride them without the saddle, so. But stat-wise, I mean, level 150 tamed up. We're looking at 11,000 health, 2,300 weight, and they get a pretty nice weight reduction on wood. 27 pounds down to, so it goes from half a pound a piece to 0.1 pounds a piece. So it only weighs 20% as much as normal. Movement speed, they only get 1% per level, so I don't know if I would bother with that. I mean, they're kind of slow, but they're a tank, honestly. And let's see, abilities for these things. Their bite has a base damage of 100. So similar to the Hat's Egg, this multiplier here, that's how much damage they do per bite before damage reduction saddles, everything else like that. Now, right click is a suplex. Only two moves it has. Actually, left click gathers wood, meat, and hide, pierces armor, and deals increased damage to structures. So they could be a pretty good creature to raid. Downside is you can probably get sniped off the back pretty easy because you're really exposed up there. The suplex, though. Smaller creatures are grabbed and dealt 1,463 base damage. Yeah. So first it hits for whenever you grab it, it's like the regular pinch attack. It deals, in this case, about 550 damage. And then whenever you flip them, it deals 14 times that. which is a little insane when you get down to it. Using the ability, flips Lucanidae onto its back, where it rapidly loses stamina and takes 3.5 times damage, and it's got a pretty lengthy cooldown to it. They're armored, they only take 30% of damage, so 70% damage reduction. They take increased damage from fire, explosions, and armor-crushing creatures. Things like gigas, dunkies, rock elementals, magmasaurs, and a couple others. They are, however, immune to bleed and sandstorms, and they only eat wood, mushrooms, and honey. Now, taming them is a little on the fun side. This microbial wood you get here, that's how you tame them. Now, there is a microbial wood slurry that you can learn at level 95 as well. Rotten meat slathered over wood in hopes that the Lucanidae will eat it. It will, but begrudgingly. This is like their worst food to tame them with. So, basically what you're going to want to do is tame a low-level one first. And then that way you can get them to make other microbial wood for you. And order from worst to best is microbial slurry wood, the stuff you can make. Then there's microbial wood, which is made from regular wood. Microbial mangrove or fungal woods. So the mangrove wood or fungal wood. And then the best is microbial redwood. They're basically their kibble, you want to say. And yeah, it's the spoil time for microbial wood is drastically multiplied in Lucanidae's inventory. So we got 6 hours on this. Put it over here, we got less than a minute. It's a huge difference in speed. Not to mention there is the weight difference as well. But yeah, once you get a Lucanidae, I would go for a low-level one first, and then that way you can go ahead and, get the redwood, microbial wood to tame up a good high-level one. What the hell's with this map and always raining? But that's pretty much it for this beastie. They are fairly fun to try and tame. I would recommend probably a high-level Carbonemus that you've done nothing but just stack tons of levels into health. And because you're not going to be able to tame it the first time it flips onto its back, you're going to have to, your poor creature is going to have to endure multiple suplexes. But thank you for coming out. Hope you enjoyed this video. And until the next one, I'm signing out. Have fun.